For competence, knowledge is obviously important. And knowledge doesn't have to be cognitive. Sometimes it's pre-verbal body memories about how to perform activities and so on, or some kind of intuition that gets you through people tasks well, or helps you diagnose difficulties and so on. So knowledge is obviously important, but so is positive feedback. Um, Again, that's one of the ways that, as a manager, you have a choice. You know, there's a lot of research on framing now that gets at this sort of thing. But feel the difference between, um, you know, you did you did 90% of this thing perfectly, right? And it looks like you're improving. You know, at this rate, it's going to be, amazingly good. Versus, you know, 10% is still screwing up. You're still screwing up on 10%, and you got to stop that. Right? Same statistics, but look at the feel, right? One is kind of celebrating what's right and encouraging improvements, and another is punishing someone. So positive feedback is an empower. We had one of the things that one of the variables that showed up in Walt Timon's research is what we called skill recognition. When you are effective or successful, um, you can interpret the results in a different number of different ways. You can say, I was lucky, people helped me, or whatever. Or you can say, I did that, I had some skills that were involved in that. That's not necessarily feeling prideful, but it is kind of recognizing that you contributed something to it. And that kind of recognition is important because it allows you to continue developing those skills. It reinforces you for that and so on, right? So what we called skill recognition was terribly important. And again, that's one of those interpretive things. Um, I was also influenced by the man with the unpronounceable name, Csikszentmihalyi. Talked to him a couple of times. And he talks a lot about an optimal level of challenge, that you feel most competent when you are stretched. If you have something that's a stretch goal, it's achievable, but more difficult, then you feel more competent. If you're doing, on the other hand, if you're doing something easy, then you don't feel so competent. You may still be competent, but you don't experience it because it's not really needed for what you're doing. And then we said high non-comparative standards, and some of that was based on um, what's his name, Deming. Deming talks about some of the evils of grading people on a curve. Where 50% of the people are below the mean, or the median, and what that does to people. You create some people who are winners, you create an equal number of losers, and what does that do emotionally? So we talked about having high standards, but non-comparative ones, so you can appreciate what you've accomplished, without, making half the people losers.